Hello students, I welcome you all at Safal in the second lecture of triangles. So in the first lecture we have seen the introduction part of triangles. In today's lecture we are going to see basic proportionality theorem, also known as Thales theorem. So let's see the statement of this theorem. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. That's the statement. So what they are trying to tell is, if I'm taking a triangle ABC, now if I draw a line parallel to any of the three sides to intersect the other two. So let's say I'm drawing a line parallel to BC. So D is parallel to what? BC. That is given to us. So what we need to prove that AD by DB is same as what? AE by EC. That means the other two sides AB and AC gets divided in the same ratio by the line D. So to prove this, I need to do some construction. So I need to join DC to what? EB. So I have joined DC to what? D to C and E to B. Then I need to drop a perpendicular DM to AC. So this is the perpendicular DM to the line AC, and another perpendicular from E to the point what? To the line AB. Okay. So the two perpendiculars I have drawn. Now we can start proving this. So all of you know that area of triangle is 1 by 2 base into height. That already we have seen in introduction part also. So that's what I am using. So area of triangle ADE. So taking AD as base and EN as altitude or height. So 1 by 2 AD into EN. That's first equation. The area of same triangle ADE I can write using base as AE. So 1 by 2 A is the base and corresponding height is DM. So the second equation I can write area of same triangle ADE as 1 by 2 A into DM. So that is equation 2. Now from 1 and 2 I can see that left hand side is equal, so right hand side must also be equal. So I'll get AD into EN same as A into DM. Okay, so this I can rearrange. So AD by AE is DM by EN. Let's call it as equation 3. On similar line, now I wish to write the area of triangle BDE. So BD, the base I am taking it as BD and the corresponding altitude will be EN only. Okay, because from one point to a given line only we have one altitude. So EN is perpendicular to AB, so EN is perpendicular to BD also. So that's why 1 by 2 dB into what? EN. Similarly, area of triangle CED I can write 1 by 2 EC into DM. Now one very important thing, you can see that triangle BDE and triangle CDE are on the same base D. They are on the same base what? D, and between the same parallel lines BC and D. So BDE and CED area will be what? Equal. So that's equation 6. Now from 4, 5 and 6 I can see that the 4 and 5 left hand side BDE and CED are equal. So right hand side must also be what? Equal. So I can write DB into EN same as EC into DM. So this again I can rearrange. So DB by EC I'll get it as DM by EN. That's equation 7. Now if you watch equation 3 and equation 7 carefully, you can see that right hand side of 3 and 7 are what? Same. DM by EN. So left hand side must also be what? Equal. So AD by AE will be same as DB by EC. So this I can interchange. So DB I'll bring here and AE I'll take there. So AD by DB is same as what? AE by EC. So this is the thing which we are supposed to prove. So I can see that AD by DB is what? AE by AC. So very important and basic theorem. Whenever a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides, the two sides gets divided in the same ratio. Now two more forms of these theorems are there, so which you need to keep in mind. So AD by DB equals AE by EC, this we just now proved. Also you can see that AD by complete AB and AE by complete AC can also be written. The bottom part DB by complete AB, and here also bottom part EC by complete AC can also be written. So these three things you can keep in mind. Now how we are getting this? You can simply add 1 to both side of this. So AD by DB plus 1. Now AE by EC plus 1. So what I'll get? AD plus DB by DB equals AE plus EC by EC. Now AD plus DB is nothing but AB. So AB by DB, and here AC by EC. So once I reciprocate this, what I'll get? DB by AB equals EC by AC. So just now I have proved this one. On similar line, this can also be proved. First you can take reciprocal and then you can add 1. So this three forms, AD by DB is same as AE by EC, or AD by AB is same as AE by AC, or DB by AB is same as EC by AC. So these three forms I want you to keep in mind. So then we have converse of this theorem, converse of BPT. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to what? Third side. So in BPT we saw that if a line is drawn parallel, it will divide the other two sides in the same ratio. Now here they are telling if two sides gets divided in the same ratio by a line, so that line must be parallel to third side. So triangle ABC I have taken. Now D is a line such that AD by DB is same as what? AE by EC. So that is given to us. Now what we need to prove? That D is parallel to what? BC. This we need to prove. Okay. So let's see how we can prove this. Now if D is not parallel, now what I am assuming that D is not parallel to BC. So some other line D dash is what? Parallel to BC. That's what I am taking. Okay. So if D is not parallel, some point E dash exists on AC such that D dash is parallel to what? BC. Now in triangle ABC, I can see that D dash is parallel to BC. So by Thales theorem, the theorem just now we studied, I can write AD by DB same as what? AE dash by E dash C. Now this I am calling it as equation 2. Now from 1 and 2 you can see that left hand side both equation is what? AD by DB. So right hand side must be equal. So right hand side AE by EC should be same as AE dash by E dash C. Now what I am doing? I am adding 1 to both sides. So on simplification, AE plus EC by EC, AE dash plus E dash C by E dash C. So AC by EC and AC by E dash C. Now you can see numerators are equal, so denominators must be what? Equal. So this implies EC must be equals to E dash C. Now if EC and E dash C are same, that means E and E dash must coincide. That means they are not two distinct points, they are only one point. So this implies D parallel what? BC. So this is converse of Thales theorem. So very important, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides, so the two sides gets divided in the same ratio, so that we have Thales theorem. Converse of that is, if two sides gets divided in the same ratio by a line, then the line must be parallel to the third side. So keeping these two theorems in mind, now we'll do some question based on Thales theorem. So the first question what you can see on the screen, PQR is a triangle and XY is drawn parallel to QR, cutting PQ at X and PR at Y. So let me take a triangle. So this PQR is a triangle. Now XY is drawn parallel to QR. So let's say this is the line XY. It is cutting PQ at X and PR at Y. Now what they have given is, PX is given to us as 5 cm XQ is given to us as 2 centimeter, PY is given as 8 centimeter, and they are asking the length of what? PR. So PR is question mark. So if I can find just YR, so I can add 8 to YR to get what? PR. So let me call this as a small x. So just now we studied Thales theorem. So I know that XY is parallel to what? QR. So I can write by BPT, in short I will write basic proportionality theorem. I can see that Px by XQ should be same as Py by YR. Now Px is 5 unit, XQ is 2 unit, Py is 8 unit, and YR is small x we have taken. So this will become 5x equals what? 8 to just 16. So x becomes 16 by 5. So that becomes 3.2 centimeter. So that means the value of x is 3.2 centimeter. So PR we are supposed to find. So PR is 8 plus x, or I can say 8 plus 3.2. So that becomes 11.2 centimeter. So easy question based on Thales theorem. So moving ahead, now the two questions I have taken from NCERT, and these are based on converse of Thales theorem. So E and F are points on the side PQ and PR of a triangle PQR. For each of the following cases, state whether EF is parallel to QR or not. So here data is given to us. So let us take a triangle. Name it as PQR. Okay. Now a line is, so E and F are points on PQ and PR. So let's say this is the point E and this is the point what? F. Now data is given to us, so we need to check whether EF is parallel to QR or not. So here we can make use of converse of Thales theorem. If I'll get PE by EQ same as PF by FR, I can say EF is parallel to what? QR, otherwise I'll say no. So the first case, now PE is given, EQ is given, PF is given, and FR is given. So let's find PE by EQ. So PE by EQ, I can see that 3.9 by 3, or I can say 39 by 30, correct? So 3 13s are and 3 10s are. So 13 by 10, or I can say 1.3. Now let's look at PF by FR. So PF by FR, so that will be 3.6 by 2.4. So 36 by 24. So this will become 12 3s are 36 and 2s are 24. So this becomes 1.5, and this is what? 1.3. So I can see that P by EQ not equals what? PF by FR. So since they are not equal, I can say that EF is not parallel to what? Not parallel to QR. Okay. If this ratio would have been equal, I would have said EF parallel QR. Now the second one, so PE is 4 centimeter, QE is 4.5. So here if I will find PE by EQ, so PE is 4 and EQ is 4.5. So I can say 40 by 45. So 5 8s are and 5 9s are. So PE by EQ is 8 by 9. Now the right hand side, I can see PF by FR. So PF by FR, if I'll see, that is 8 by 9 only. So here I'll write, since PE by EQ equals what? PF by FR. Here we have FR. So this implies what? EF parallel QR. Okay. So this way easily you can find any of the missing data, and if data is given, you can check whether the line is parallel to base or the third side or not. So moving ahead, the next question again from NCERT textbook. It's a proof question. Easy one. In the given figure, LM is parallel to what? BC. What is given to us? That they are telling this line is parallel to this line and LN is parallel to CD. That means this line is parallel to this line. Now what they are asking us to prove is AM by MB should be same as AN by ND. So easily we can prove. So in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, now what is given? LM parallel CB is given. So this implies by BPT, so LM is parallel to BC. So this means AL by LC should be same as what? AM by MB, correct? So this I am going to call it as first equation. Similarly, in triangle ACD, in triangle what? ACD, I can see that LN is parallel to what? CD. So again using Thales theorem, I can say that AL by LC, AL by LC will be same as AN by ND, right? So using what? Thales theorem I am writing this. So from 1 and 2 you can see that from 1 and 2. Now left hand side is AL by LC in both 1 and 2. So right hand side must also be what? Equal. So I'll get AM by MB should be same as what? AN by ND. And this was only we are supposed to prove. So it's a very easy question. So let's move ahead and take up the next one. So this is also a question from NCERT. So in the given figure, now what all data is given to us? So the diagram is there. D is parallel to OQ. That means this line is parallel to what? This line. And DF is parallel to OR. That means this line is parallel to what? This line. Now what we need to prove that EF is parallel to QR. So we are supposed to utilize BPT and converse of BPT and then we'll prove. So what I can write? In triangle POQ, in triangle POQ. Now what I can write? P by EQ, P by EQ same as what? PD by DO, PD by POQ. So P by EQ same as PD by DO. So reason what I'll give? D parallel OQ is given. Okay, that is the reason. So let me call this as first equation. Similarly, in triangle POR, in triangle POR, so वहाँ पे मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ? I can see that PF by FR. So PF by FR same as PD by DO. Reason? So reason I can give DF parallel what? OR, it's given to us. So this I'll call it as equation 2. Now from 1 and 2 if you see that the right hand side is what? Equal. PD by DO and PD by DO. So I can write from 1 and 2. So I can see that P by EQ same as what? PF by FR. Now if you look in bigger triangle PQR, so P by EQ is same as PF by FR. So this implies EF parallel what? QR. Reason? Converse of BPT. So since two ratios are equal, so that's why EF will be parallel to what? QR. So reason is converse of BPT. So let's take up one more question. It's a very good question. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel DC and its diagonal intersect each other at point O. so that AO by BO is same as CO by DO. So let's take up a trapezium ABCD. I have taken. Let's connect the diagonal. So AC and BD is connected. Point of intersection is O. Now what we need to prove that AO by BO should be same as CO by DO. Okay. So to prove this, I am going to do a small construction. I am drawing a line passing through O and parallel to what? AB and CD. Okay. So construction, a small construction I am doing. So EF parallel what? AB parallel what? CD. So AB is parallel to CD and EF I have drawn passing through O parallel to CD. Now in triangle ABD, in triangle ABD, so in triangle ABD I can see that EO is parallel to what? AB. So EO is parallel to AB. So this implies D by AE should be same as what? OD by OB. So reason by BPT, correct? So this is in triangle ABD. So D by AE we have is OD by OB. So this is equation 1, I'll call it. Okay. Similarly in triangle ACD, in triangle ACD, so there I can see that again OE is parallel to what? CD. So OE is parallel to CD. So I can write D by AE equals what? CO by BO. CO by BO. So this I'll call it as what? 2. Reason by BPT only. Now if you watch carefully 1 and 2, so left hand side we have D by AE in both. So from first equation and second equation I can say that DO by BO, DO by CO by OA he will get here. Just 1 second. D by AE. So CO by OA will get here. Here will get what? AO will get. So D by A equal left hand side. So DO by BO should be equals to CO by what? AO. Now, so this I can cross multiply. So I'll get AO by BO same as what? CO by DO. So just I am interchanging DO and AO. So this we are supposed to prove. So with that the session gets over here itself.